What do you think of Aaron Glenn?
I mean, we only spoken to him 3 times, but very guarded person. Like that's to be expected, especially Bill Parcells' disciple. Uh, Very straightforward. Actually spoke. Well, I think Rich Tremedy for ESPN actually asked Dan Campbell about Aaron Glenn too, and this he gave a great answer. Somebody that he feels like he's going to turn things around too, and I don't necessarily know the answer whether he's going to do that or not, but it seems like he's handling things in a much different way than previous regimes there. We'll have to see if it all works out. But, he's definitely a guy that, wants to move in a quieter, direction compared to the previous regime there. And it doesn't necessarily want a lot of outside noise, like, so yeah, you could definitely already see that with just some of the moves that they've made throughout the course of the off season and just the way they've carried themselves this off season.
What is your vibe about Aaron Glenn with the media?
I
Like,
mean, it doesn't bother me. I know some people might take it personally. I mean, hell, like I asked about Jamin Sherwood, and then he didn't necessarily. I kept asking him about just what was it about him specifically, and then he just basically said if we didn't think much of him, then we wouldn't have re-signed him. So I was like, okay, that's your answer, then that's totally fine. Like I
oh,
don't,
that was your question.
yeah,
So
like I'm
when I
not
was
gonna.
listening to the interview and he was like, if we didn't think he was going to fit in, we wouldn't have resigned him.
Yeah, I didn't take it personally. I think people around me were like, "Well, he was just very stern with you." I was like, it
No,
is what it is." Like
at the end of the yeah, he like laughed it off at the end.
yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, I didn't think much of it. Oh, I actually saw him later on that night, and then I nodded at him. So yeah, we're fine. Like, it's not. I didn't really think much of it. It's just who he is. That's just the type
Right.
of person he is. I mean, it's totally fine.
Okay. Johnny, any questions?
Yeah, so I have a few questions
Sure.
that we're getting actually through. So I asked the fans on the chat if they had any questions to ask you, right? So and we have some fun ones. This is coming from Dano. Who would be the arm wrestling champion out of all the New York Jet beat? Which reporter is the most concerned about their hair?